All right, fellow ultra runner. He's doing the double this weekend. What's your name?
I'm Jean.
From
Jean,
Dallas.
I'm from France originally, live in Dallas now.
First UTMB this year too.
First UTMB.
Exciting.
And, second time at Speedgoat.
Oh, well, good luck out there. Thanks for saying hi.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Thank you.
Wow! All right. August 1st, 2025. It's about a week ago. Sandy and I both raced the Speedgoat 28K. It was actually more like a 31K because it was almost 20 miles exactly, but more miles, more kilometers, more fun, right? And it went pretty good. It went pretty good. Now I will say, Speedgoat 50K has traditionally been the premier event. It's an event I've done at least half a dozen times over the last 12 years. I love the 50K. Couldn't fit it into the schedule. I kind of wanted to try the sub ultra mountain running distance, and you know, talk about the why. Check out our channel Mutt Running, the film by Steven Ganoza, about that kind of idea that I don't need to run an ultra marathon. I don't need to run 100 miles. I will try to later this year, more on that later. But the sub distance ultra running or sub distance mountain running is a lot of fun. And that's what it's all about, having fun. New challenge. You know, it's coming off the Mount Baldy 5000 2 weeks prior. So been doing the higher intensity hill rep, shorter distance races. It's still 20-mile race in the mountains. It was a tough effort, and we'll get into it here, but long story short, don't have a lot of race footage. Sandy and I had to leave right after the race, drive back to Colorado for an awesome family reunion. Didn't want to miss that. So doing the race on Friday worked a lot better with our schedule. But yeah, long story short, since we don't have a lot of actual race footage, which is crazy, there's actually a ton of professional camera and film guys there shooting all sorts of video and taking pictures, and no one shared anything with me, but I digress. I'll show you the hardware we got after the race at the award ceremony. So, you know, we were both on the podium. I actually got second overall, won my age group. Sandy got third overall, won her age group. So we got double dipping with the trophies there. Look at this cool river. Beautiful evening there. And thanks to Jocelyn Watson Polka for getting those shots, as well as Robin Lesh. Post-race awards, being on the podium, felt great. And you know, like I was saying, competition, well actually the depth of the women's race is a lot closer, but the overall depth, the 50K does attract a lot more depth, especially this year I'd say. But 28K, we'll put it this way, the night before the race I looked at the entrance list, top UTMB index scores, and I saw Christian Allen was entered in the 28K race with me. So basically the guy that won the US mountain running champs this year. He's been on fire. He's got extensive experience. He's won the 50K at Speedgoat. He does shorter distance mountain running, but he's a top dog. Like, he's got almost a 900 score, and he's the top sub ultra distance trail runner in the US, I'd say right now, being the US mountain champ and doing well in Golden Trail series, which are very competitive races in this distance range. So kind of knew I was racing for second at the very best. And yeah, I mean, we took off. He was definitely gone on the first climb. I like to think back 10 years ago when I used to run that first climb at Speedgoat like 45 seconds a mile faster on average. I could hang, but I don't know. He's a great track runner at BYU, I believe. Had some of his PR times there, so high VO2 max. Great guy. Good luck for him in the Golden Trail series and these other mountain races, but he was gone. So I was racing kind of by myself, actually in second. There's a pretty big gap that eventually formed behind me, and I was going up, funny story, I was going up like 6 miles into the course, almost to the first aid station. So I'm cracking tree line, going out to this boulder field all by myself. I look off 100 feet away, 2 male bull moose starting to trot towards me. like aggressively kind of. And I guess some spectators from the tram, they're taking the gondola up, saw this unfolding. Me by myself, 2 male moose coming at me. They started increasing their pace. I'm panicking because there's no trees, there's nothing to hide behind. I'm out in this rocky boulder field. I'm looking around. I'm out of breath. I've been climbing hard. Run up the trail pretty fast. The moose are closing on me. They're engaged on me. They start following me up the trail. I'm bracing for impact because I think they're about to charge me and trample me to death, if not stab me with their rack. So it was quite scary. I had these flashbacks in my mind of how my race was going to end with me getting trampled and seriously hurt or killed by these moose. Because usually I see them in the trees at Snowbird. When they're up high, eventually they don't get within 50 feet of me. They trot parallel and they beeline it towards this mountain lake I see. So yeah, I was spared. Maybe they knew I was vegan, didn't want to attack me, but you know, I digress. Probably run into moose half the time I've raced at Snowbird at Speedgoat over the last 12 years. So not a new thing, but got to be aware of your surroundings, right? And yeah, get up to the first aid station. It was great to have those cooling sponges. It was a pretty sunny day and I was feeling the heat a bit, even though it's been hot in Colorado and you're at altitude. But yeah, cooled off with a sponge, ice sponge. Volunteers were excellent, helping me refill my bottles. Was getting a bit thirsty, was trying to smash 100 grams of carbs per hour. Stomach almost didn't like that, but yeah, I was taking like SAS beta fuel gels, I was taking Morton hydrogel, the 320 drink mix, noon drink mix. I think I could up my salt intake. I'm still experimenting with that, but you know, it was only a 3-hour race for me. Christian won in a course record, amazing time, like 250, 251. It was ridiculous. I was way back over 3 hours, 306, 307, I think. And yeah, it was a big gap. It's humbling, but I was happy with it because I had the typical right scar tissue, lower right lung scar tissue pain that forms after about 20 minutes of hard running. But my heart rate data was pretty solid. I think, you know, the Chorus Armband strap, get it on here, didn't poop out. Got a fairly high reading, even on some of the downhills. I will admit, maybe I didn't run the last downhill as fast as I could have if I was being chased by someone or I knew someone was right in front of me to catch, but it's kind of in no man's land. Great encouragement though from seeing all these other people in the 28K, people that said hi and cheered me on as we passed head on that some sections of the course. And then there's also a 10K going on, I think, when I finished. So really a fun time, great atmosphere, great, of course Hoka's a big sponsor of a UTMB series event like that, but it was great support, and thanks to all the Hoka employees and other sponsors out there. So I should say, of course, thanks to Koros's support as well, and you see the data on Strava, sponsors plug. But I digress. Actually, we're gonna do a sponsor of this video, Hover Air. I know we've run this ad before, but really do appreciate their support. They're making this YouTube video possible, and really helpful device, I think, for capturing some media and shots moving forward. So let's run the ad, runtime ad, 2 minutes. Sponsor of the video, Hover Air. Check it out. Sponsor of this video is Hover Air. They get these amazing aerial shots with the self-flying camera, and I plugged this a couple weeks ago, but it's such a great tool. Like you see these shots of me. Actually, I was doing a 14er, a couple 14ers, 14,000 foot peak, Mount Columbia, after hiking Mount Harvard with my friends Steven and Stephanie Ganoza. But I was running down Mount Columbia here, 14,000 feet. I'll put that in meters there. Look at the stabilization, look at the image quality. Like, this thing's on follow mode most of the time I use, but I also used Ollie Track. And you know, these spin shots on the summit using another mode. Again, this is the Hover Air Pro self-flying camera, shoots in 4K video quality at 60 frames a second, and has all these different built-in fly modes. You got bird's eye view, so you get the summit shot there, but also orbit, if you see me going around there. And it's easy to fold up in my pack, super compact, flies at high altitude, even in some wind, colder temperatures, warmer temperatures. I love how discreet it is. And because I'm by myself on these summits and I want to get those moving shots, I could have confidence in the Hover Air providing those for me, because you don't always have a dedicated cameraman as a content creator. And yeah, it's just really beautiful, capturing images, but also very fast. So you follow me on my mountain bike, you could follow me skiing. We had those shots in the other plug, but again, check it out. This is a sponsored plug, obviously. Really do appreciate their support. Hover Air, give them a follow on social media, their Instagram link there, as well as check out the link in my description below on how you could get your hands on one of these amazing self-flying cameras and get kind of the shots that I've been getting out in the mountains. So back to your regular scheduled programming now. Trying to get some more scenery besides just selfie shots, but the mountain shots with the Hover Air self-flying camera, excellent, obviously. And moving forward, I got more races on the docket. The end of the month, end of August here, I'm doing the Grand Traverse duathlon, we shall say. Duathlon because I'm doing the run the first day. It's about 40 miles, I'll put that in kilometers there. Crested Butte to Aspen. Always wanted to do it, didn't get to ski the full line when I did the Grand Traverse ski-mo version. Hopefully I want to do that one day too. Then the next day, I'm gonna ride a mountain bike, do the mountain bike race back, Aspen to Crested Butte, along the same course. So that's at the end of the month. Been looking forward to it, been riding the bike a bit more on that later. And I'm excited about this mountain race that's, you know, it's an ultra, it's 40 miles in distance, moderate climbing, moderate technicality, but it's kind of local to me, and it's a cool line, I think. So been out in Aspen doing some more 14ers, been going around the state training high, trying to recover from Speedgoat. Legs feel a little tired this week, but we'll be ramping mileage and vertical up again. And yeah, really looking forward to that. After that, maybe I won't spill the beans yet, but I got another long ultra golden ticket race coming up later in the fall. More on that later. We might do a whole training series for it, so I really want to take it seriously and try to do well in a runnable longer ultra that I haven't done before. But that'll be later, so it's a build for that, really. And yeah, thanks to all the Patreon supporters for keeping this channel alive. Got to do more exclusive content on there as well. Of course, title sponsor Hoka, keeping the dream alive. Really appreciate their support over the years at all these races and events. And yeah, check out our training plans at higherrunning.com. We sell training plans for any service, any distance. Coach Sandy, also check out her YouTube channel, Running Wild. Thanks for subscribing and liking. Hope you're doing well, and stay tuned for more VO2 Max Productions. Fly human fly.